What made you separate instead of going the traditional path of, what made you, inspired you to make your own content and branch out like that?
But I've been, in the south side of Atlanta, and then I moved to the Northern Virginia side when I was about, I would say, 8 or 9.
Nice.
But I've always been in that Northern Virginia area, always going back and forth, and I've always been good with being in VA and still getting placements and still being able to do the things I love without having to move to LA or move to Atlanta or move to New York. I just kind of felt like I didn't really need to really be at those places to really pop it or really do my thing. But one thing I did kind of see is kind of being here in these places, it does set you up for opportunities that might not happen with you being so far. It could happen, opportunity can happen literally in 10 minutes because we can go up the street really quick and run into what's-his-face, who knows what's-his-face, didn't know what's-his-face was in town.
Exactly.
He's at the studio, pull up on him, and that's something that if I'm 10 hours away, I couldn't do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
I really wanted to kind of take advantage of that. So I'm in the ATL, man. Pull up. I'm here.
What made you separate instead of going the traditional path of, what made you, inspired you to make your own content and branch out like that?
Honestly, that was not something that was really something that I was like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my camera up, I'm going to make beats, and I'm going to, record it so I can get on Instagram so people would know. It was more of a thing that was like, I'm pretty decent at this shit. Like, what if I show people, you know what I'm saying? I can do this. And then it's funny because we were talking about this yesterday, the whole thing with the brand, knowing that I actually built a brand off of this was, I remember the first time I didn't smile in the video, everybody was commenting like, yo, why are you not smiling? Yo, why are you not smiling? What's up? And I was like, yo, I'm not mad or nothing. I just wasn't smiling today. And it was like, yo, you need to smile next time.
Like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? So that I noticed that right there kind of been my my trademark. You know what I'm saying? I built it. It's like, yo, the smiling dude, hat, MPC, that's the brand. That's the thing that is consistent and was, you know what I mean? That companies can see and they can be like, oh, okay, well, we can put him in this shirt or make him use this or just have this product in the background because he consistently puts out videos this time, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And that's kind of how it blew up to kind of be a thing, you know what I mean? Rather than just me, uploading beats and hoping I'll get like a placement, you know what I'm saying? I would never thought I would be in commercials in my life. That's not nothing that I play like I always want to be in movies and shit, but as far as commercial, commercials, like, what would you do with me in a commercial? But it's just people will find will find a way to make that shit work.
Killing that, bro. Like that commercial lane, you've been really going ham with that drink.
In case you don't know what we're talking about, JBlack was in a Gap commercial and a McDonald's commercial. Finger drumming. MPC.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
As a producer, doing commercials.
Wow.
How did he build his confidence to do what he does? I feel like a lot of producers don't have confidence in themselves.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's really.
That's straight. That's straight. I guess the biggest thing, honestly, is don't worry about what people. I know that's the most cliche thing anybody could say is, don't worry what people have to say about your music or don't worry about. But that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing in life, and the whole reason why I can say I hate saying, oh, I'm so where I am is because of the most cliche lessons that you've learned in life. Is one, believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's true. It's for real. And two, like don't think about it and don't care about. Do this shit for you. When you do this shit for you, it don't even matter what the hell anybody care about. For because I think the reason why I would say 50% of my following gravitates towards me is because they can see how much fun I'm having with this shit.
That is a fact.
Like it's like yo, that was a hard beat, but this nigga's loving this shit.
Right.
Look at him. This nigga's smiling.
Oh, he's smiling.
Yeah, look at him. He's having a great ass fucking time right now. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's real. You know, and people feel that. People feel that energy. And that right there alone would. Because how many times do you like some shit on like Instagram or some shit, somebody like a little kid dancing, but he killing it though, and you like, yo, I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel the vibe. Yeah, you feel the vibe with them, even if you don't really like what they doing, or it's just they vibe is real. So
yeah, that's dope.
So what in JBlack's future? What is it? What do you have planned, bro? Like, is it more content? Like, what should people expect from you in the next, year or so?
Ooh, that's deep. So my biggest thing now is getting my name out. As far as I'm dropping I had the biggest thing with working with artists for a while. Because I didn't like being structured. I didn't like, yo, can you make this beat longer? Can you take out the hi-hats here? Can you make the drop come here? I got this part I'm going to say right here. Can you make the beat just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really do too good with that. And I always kind of felt like I always wanted to look at myself as an entity, like self, like Skrillex. You know what I mean? Like, there's no produced by Skrillex. It's the artist in Skrillex. Skrillex might have made the beat, but you know what I'm saying? Skrillex, like instead of Skrillex rapping or singing, he's the beat part. You know what I mean? He's the artist. He's getting paid like an artist. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I saw the vision, and that's kind of how it's been working to where I've kind of got little placements like that. But I guess as far as the future, is definitely dropping that whole mentality and working with artists, just for and I'm not being, just putting it out, but just working with artists for the simple fact of this in the world we live in today, it is kind of like I got the commercials, which is cool. But it's like, oh, who have you worked with? What artists have you worked with? And that's like, I have the opportunity. I have a lot of artists in my phone, industry artists who I talk to all the time who show me love and, ask me, send me some beats if you got some. And it's not, I send them some if I got some, but I'm not advantageous to be like, all right, I need to send them my best beats or else like, this is my career. I never, but I do kind of want to dial down and really focus on a project. Oh, whoo, cut that off. I got something coming.
Okay.
Got something coming? You know what I'm saying?
So wait,
got something coming?
How often do
big?
industry people hit you on Instagram like, yo, let me get that beat?
It's a surprise because it's not really so much like them saying, let me get the beat. It would be them definitely acknowledging, you know what I'm saying? Showing the love, you know what I'm saying? It's like the DM be like, if you got anything else, let me know. Just the friendly, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
I see you.
I see, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's important, man. Listen, off the no bullshit, he had a beat and somebody well-known hit me and was like, yo, what's up with it? What's up with that beat? And I'm like, bet. It's real. You got to show people what you can do. You got to put your shit out there.
Right.
So... I just imagine that happens a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling. You know what I'm saying? I think one thing that I kind of learned though, weirdly, and you'll kind of get this too, especially when you really hone your craft and you're self-secure with yourself. Like I'll say this with cockiness. I know I'm damn good on that thing, on that MPC. I tear that motherfucker up. So because of that, that helps me with, I don't get starstruck. I don't get, it's like, you're telling me that I'm good. It's like, I know.
Right, thanks.
And so I guess at the end of the day, you have to realize that if they're hitting you up just saying, yo, I see you, good shit, that's all I want from you, then that's a good offer. 9 times out of 10 though, if they're hitting you up, they want something. You have something that they wouldn't hit you up because you look like a cool guy. You have something that they possibly could use to benefit their career.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's always one real thing that you should always kind of know is like, even companies. Hell, I've did commercials. They don't care about me.
Right.
They're like, yo, no, you have a following doing what you do. That's the reason why when you do commercials, you have to have paid by or ad by. I have to put ad, all that hashtag because of my following that helps them generate. You know what I'm saying? It's not really necessarily like, oh, he's been working hard, let's give him the opportunity. It's like, no. It's like, nah, you have what I want.
You don't think McDonald's cares about hip hop like that?
Yeah, man. McDonald's really want to,
You saying the Gap ain't about the 5 pillars of hip hop? They not breakdancing, right?
Right.